Live. Hi guys, how you doing out there? Girls, everybody else. Nice. Perfect. Hi, good morning. I am here this morning to continue my mobilisation methods that I've been doing for you pretty much all week. So we had a good chat about why mobilisation is so very important and how if we don't move it, we're going to lose it, especially as we get older and especially right now because we're the most sedentary we've ever been. We're all at home, we're all working from home. Most of us aren't even sat up in a decent chair right now. We're all on the sofa or in bed still on the laptop. So it's not surprising that most of us are starting to find ourselves in pain anyway. But as we start to get older, everyday niggles become accepted by you lot as that this is what life is. And it's not what life is, it's just that you're not moving and you're not testing your range of motion or even working within your range of motion. You're very sedentary compared to what you could be, which is actually what causes all the soreness and painful areas. And then here's the awful bit is that you don't stretch because it's sore. So then you end up having days extra of being sore and feeling like you're suffering with this bad back, bad neck. I'm doing hips and lower back today and legs. I did do upper body for you yesterday, and if you want to get in on that, you're just going to put a little comment and I'll send it to you if you went in for it yesterday. So yes, basically I'm here teaching you some mobilisation methods that don't need to take the whole day. I mean, yesterday we did one that you could have got done whilst we were putting coffee on, and I did that just to prove that you can do it without actually having to make time for it. And so today I'm going to be walking you through lower body. One of the biggest problems, the biggest sore areas for most people, generally in women, is going to be around the hips. They always get sore hips, and they're resigned to the fact that they've got sore hips, and they think that, and the lower back. They just think that that's how life is going to be now. I mean, some of you have had kids and you think that that's the reason, but it's not. Again, it comes down to movement, and if you're working within your range of motion. Also, the other things that I wanted you to be aware of is that the dominant side of our bodies. So I'm going to take kids as an example because this is a great one to have. Most of us have got one, apart from me. So what usually happens when you have a baby is that you're always going to sit him or it on one side of your body. That's probably your dominant side. So you're going to stick your little hip out there, got a little baby sitting on it. We do the same with handbags. We stick it on on one shoulder. We've got a favourite shoulder that we love to stick it on, and it always stays on there. But our handbag is usually full of so much crap that it's got quite a bit of weight to it. And you imagine if that's always on one side all the time, then this side of your body is going to have a lot of trouble feeling nice and open because it's always compensating for that extra weight that you've always got on one side. If you see me around out and about these days, well, for years now, I've always had a little rucksack, and it's following on from my own surgery. I had a huge surgery years and years ago on my back, and I had to go through hydro and physio and everything just to be here. But one of the biggest things that I learned was about that weight distribution and how if you always have something on the dominant side, that it can essentially ruin your whole posture. There's especially the handbag one. I used to have massive bags full of crap, and yeah, when they told me that, it made so much sense that I actually didn't want to have to change shoulders. Remember, left and right. So in the end, I just got myself a backpack, and I've become one of those people that runs around with a little backpack everywhere. And if I'm going out for the night, I might treat myself to a little clutch bag, but it's generally not got very much in it, other than my lipping and some money probably. So yeah. So today we're going to get down and we're going to be doing lower body. So I really want to hit the back of the leg. So there's a lot of complaints that are coming through one of it is the back of the leg, and it's associated with sciatic pain, and it runs pretty much from the bum all the way down the leg there. It's almost like a shooting pain, and it doesn't really matter what you take. There's no painkillers that are going to get rid of that. That's because it's a trapped nerve or an annoyed nerve. So I'm going to give you some stretches for that. That's something that I used to suffer with massively when I was recovering from surgery. So I do understand the pain, and I know that it hurts. So we're going to start there. I'm also going to be covering hips for you, touch upon that lower back. And we may get round to a little bit of ankles and calves as well, if we're lucky. So if you've popped on and you think, oh, she's rude, I haven't said hi, it's because I can't actually see you. I've put my camera somewhere so that I can actually stand up and demo. But if you are here this morning, please send me a little wave, and send me any little comments if you've got any questions whilst we're doing this. Ask away. So let's begin, shall we? We're going to start by doing our hamstrings. We're going to start by standing up nice and tall. I'm going to quickly run you through 5 steps to perfect form because I taught you them yesterday. But if you do feel like you could do some extra teaching there, let me know. I've got a video on it. 5 steps to perfect form. We're going to push our heels into the floor, and we anchor by pressing and screwing them in. That's number 1. See that little bum squeeze I just gave you there? That's number 2. Number 3, we're going to engage our core. We're going to open up our chest and shoulders for number 4. But for number 5, we're always going to check that rib cage over the belly button. It's 5 steps, perfect form all the time. From here, we're going to put our hands on our legs. And now I want you to stick your bum out to bend over. Chest is up to the sky. We're sticking our bum out to bend over. Nice straight back. And I've got great anchors in the floor. What you're going to start to feel here is a little bit of a stretch coming up the back of the legs. Need you to push your heels into the floor and give your bum a good squeeze. We're going to reach our hands down as far as you feel comfortable to. Perfect. And then you see that I've started doing these slight gentle bounces. These are not awful, they're just very slight, and it's all in the bum. It looks like it's my back that's moving, but it's actually my bum. Nice. We're going to do maybe about 10 bounces, however much you feel comfortable to do. Then I want you to push your heels into the floor, squeeze your bum, and see how far you can reach down without bending over. Yeah, nice. Perfect. We're just going to hold that there. And then what I want you to do is have a deep breath in and breathe out as you squeeze your bum back into a standing position. From there, I want you to just take the legs out a little step wider. We're going to go through exactly the same thing with our anchors. We're sticking our bum out to bend over. We're rolling our hands down our legs. You're going to start to feel that stretch is up the side of the legs rather than in the middle, which is where it was just a minute ago. And we're just going to repeat the same movements. So going for our little bounces. 10 little bounces. Then we're going to anchor, bum squeeze, and see how far you can reach down. And we're going to hold it. Really bum squeeze and really push those heels into the floor. Love it. 10. We're going to slowly bring ourselves back up again. Nice. And then we're going to start to take ourselves down to the floor. So we're going to come down. 1, 2. And we're going to be putting ourselves into a nice little tabletop at the moment. What I want you to do here is have your palms under your shoulders. I want your knees to be the same width apart. You're going to push your palms into the floor as if they're anchors, and you're going to squeeze your bum. What I want you to do now is press all the way into the floor. Yes, tuck your tailbone all the way in, and then I want you to stick it all the way out, but you're keeping those palms anchored. Yes. We're going to tuck it in and then stick it out. We're going to do 5 of these. Nice. This is great for the back, but for the hips as well. See that nice range of mobility get going on there as you tuck your tailbone all the way in and then you stick it all the way out. Nice. What I'm going to get you to do from here is step your hands forwards. 1, 2 steps, and then I want you to anchor them, and I want you to push your bum down to the floor. If you still end up with your bum in the air, a little bit like mine, you can walk your hands in just 2 steps, and then you're going to push down again, so that you get a little bit more depth there. I want you to bum squeeze here. Nice. And then I want you to use your bum to press it with slow control into your ankles. Little bum squeeze. You're going to feel that one at the front of the hip. So we go down and then we go in. Nice. We'll do that again. We'll do 5 of these. 5 is my magic number today, obviously. Gone up 1 from yesterday. Nice. Perfect. I'm going to do 1 more because I can't count it, I'm not sure. Love it. Perfect. Now what we're going to do from here is back into our child's pose, where I just want you to walk those fingers as far forward as they'll go. I want you to breathe out and bum squeeze. Nice. Perfect. From here we're going to come back into our tabletop position. And I'm going to get you to put your palms under your shoulders. We're going to push them to screw them into the floor to anchor. We've got our bum on and our legs are the same amount apart as our hands, yeah? Perfect. From here, you have to focus on this movement coming from your bum cheek. So you're going to fire hydrant. Yeah, you get what I mean in a minute if you don't already. You're going to bum squeeze, fire hydrant, bring it back in. Bum squeeze, lift that knee up as high as you can get it, up to the ceiling. Oh, nice. Okay, I guess we're going to be doing 5 on each side. We'll have a little turn around and we're going to do it again. So we've got some good anchors, good bum, good knees. And we're going to use that bum cheek to fire hydrant over there. Nice. 4, 5. Perfect. From here, we are going into a pigeon stretch. Love it. So you're going to do a tabletop for me. We're going to bring one knee up. We're going to stick that foot out the other side there. Then you're going to use your anchors to push you down on top of this leg. Now you should feel this around the hips and the bum and the other leg just on the hips there. If you don't feel it as much as you used to, I want you to check that you're anchored in, and if you can grab this foot and manipulate the angle so that your foot's just a little bit higher. That's just going to stretch out a little bit more there. Well done. For the holding ones, it's nice to hold it for as long as you can, really. The longer you do it, the more we're working against that range of motion with it. I'm changing legs. I hope you guys are doing this with me. Nice. 1 up. Lovely. I can really feel this in my bum and in my hips. It's a great move for sore hips especially. Love it. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get you to do one that you're probably not going to enjoy, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to have a little lay down on the floor here. Now what I want you to do is try to reach behind to grab 1 foot. All good? Now if you can, your knees should be together. Be careful when you do this, especially if you haven't done it before, because I'll tell you now, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel this so much down the front of your thigh. What I need you to do is take a little breath for me, and then I want you to squeeze your bum into the floor so that your hips are really squeezing into the floor with a great bum squeeze. You're going to feel that stretch intensify. That's amazing, well done. We're going to change it over. Nice, we're going to grab that 1 foot. Perfect. The closer that your knees are to each other whilst you do this stretch, the more intense it's going to be. So again, take a deep breath. It hurts, it's fine. We're going to bum squeeze all the way into the floor. Yeah, it's a different, it's something else. That's intense, isn't it? Well done. Perfect. From here, we've just got 1 left. We're going to go and sort out those hammies and the calves and the ankles, hopefully all in one go. So we're going to have a nice little lay down on the floor. Perfect. I'm sorry if I'm not completely in shot. I've got 1 leg that I'm going to keep on the floor, and I've got 1 leg that I'm going to put up into the air. I want you to try and pop your shoulders into the floor. Give your legs some support. If you need to get a towel, get one. And don't worry if your leg isn't completely straight. As long as you're feeling a stretch, that's all that matters here. Now, what I want you to do first off is point your toe to you, and then, point your toe, I felt that one, point your toe to the ceiling. You're going to point your toe to you, and then you're going to point your toe to the ceiling. When we're doing this, I guess we're doing 5, you will feel that this is definitely in the ankles, and that you're getting it in the calves as well. So well done. We're doing 5 there, and then I want you to do 5 where your toes face left, and then you move it over to the right. And again, you're going to feel this in your ankles and in your calves. Nice. I love to do these with hamstring stretches, and the reason why is because those little bits of movement can really help out your ankle flexibility, which means that you're going to lunge better, you're going to squat better, you can have better form overall just by literally doing a few ankle rotations. So we've done all of that. Now what I want you to do is do some very gentle bounce of encouragement. Please note, this is not forceful in any way at all. It's just a very gentle bounce of encouragement. From here, we're going to straighten the leg. I want you to flex that toe down to your face, and I want you to hold it where it hurts. We're going to do at least 15 seconds here. Oh yes, it hurts, we love it. Nice. Grin and bear it. You're going to feel great in a minute. Love it. And we're going to put this one down on the floor, and we're just going to change over. So we've got that leg that's going to go flat down on the floor. We're going to roll our shoulders into the floor as well, and then we're going to straighten our leg, and we're going to go through the flex and press and flex and press. Oh yes. 3, we're doing 5 was my magic number today, wasn't it? 4, 5. Perfect. From here, we're going to do a very gentle bounce of encouragement. You still feel it even on the bounce, which is perfect. Then we're going to finish this off with 1 straight up to the ceiling. I want you to bring that toe down to your face. We're going to hold it where it hurts. Oh yeah. Love a hamstring stretch. I don't know whether to laugh or cry at the pain, but it's great. Nice. Bring it in and done. And there you go. That's how you can do your lower body mobilisations. And some of my favourite ones in there as well. I do know that for lower body, it does hurt. So if you did join along with me yesterday, the upper body one was actually probably quite easy and quite nice to do. But when we get into hips and lower back, those stretches hurt because we move those less, and they're such big muscles, they're such big muscle groups, like these hips, they take a lot of weight, they've got a lot to do. So that's why they are a lot sore and probably a lot more painful. If you suffer massively and you're like, oh yeah, I liked that was really good, I can actually give you tomorrow, I would love to do a sequence of it all together so that we go through the upper body and the lower body. But I've also got some videos for you guys so that you can break it down into phases, so you can have 1 upper body, 1 lower body. And for those of you that are really on the move, that are intent on sorting out their hip and hamstring problems, give me a message, because I have 3 magic stretches that I adore. And they are literally a week of doing them, and you can literally say goodbye to the pain. It is mobilisation, but it's definitely more of a stretch and getting in there. So if that's for you, please pop me on a little message, and I'll be happy to give them to you, because they're sat there, and then you can give it a go. I'm going to have a little walk over and see who's here. Hi guys, thank you so much for being here this morning. I hope you found that useful. Oh, there we go. Please do let me know if you've got any questions while I'm here, or if there's any aches and pains that you've been experiencing and you're hoping that I'm going to touch upon it. If I haven't yet, why don't you tell me about it, and we'll see what we can do. Nice. Okay. Well, I wanted to thank you again so much for being here and doing it with me. And if you are around tomorrow morning, we're going to put both of them together. So if you've missed any of the days, send me a message and I'll just give you a link to them so that you can check it out beforehand. If not, turn up and do it all with me tomorrow. So the importance of mobilisation is to save ourselves from backache, neck ache, leg aches, hip aches, back aches. Did I say that? For real, instead of just grinning and bearing life because you've got a shoulder ache that you've had for the past whoever knows how long and it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away because you don't do anything about it. Yeah, love it. Perfect. Well, I hope that this little chat helped and I hope that you love the demo. And if you've got any questions, get at me. Have an amazing day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.